Welcome, everybody, to the Gentlemen's Club weekly recap. It's the OG commish. You know who it is. We're coming at you live week 12 before the Chargers Ravens game finishes. I still need fucking a miracle right now. I need about 7 points from fucking Disley, who Herbert and him, they broke up right before the game. They're not talking to each other. He ain't throwing it to them. Top it all off, some more griping. I'm about to lose the side pot to fucking Cage. And then on top of it all, if I don't get the points, Michael Wyckoff ends up leapfrogging me in the standings. So I have a lot at stake in the last few moments of this game. What do you all think about that? You excited about me being in the hot seat?
I think if the fantasy gods are real, Wyckoff's not sniffing the playoffs, so it's all good.
Oh, really? How about you? How
Yeah,
about Go ahead.
he's pissed me off a couple times this year. That's it. I was just throwing that out there.
Because he left you on unread on some trade deals or what?
I think I was trying to talk through this last time, but I had Walmart Wi-Fi and internet, but now you can hear me okay. He would respond and then tell me exactly the package he wants, and then I would send it, and then he would ghost me.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeremy.
Sha-
And it just set the wrong tone.
It's funny that you're talking about Walmart fucking shit. I think you're on the Walmart internet again. You're cutting in and out. Per news, it's okay. I'm gonna try to resize you and see if I can get you back in the frame, and I'm sure it'll shoot out to something else. But in the meanwhile, Daniel, what do you think about this week?
Oh fuck. I'm crashing and burning. And I hope everybody burns with me. So I hope you lose because the two commissions, you and Gon, just suck. So I hope you guys are at the bottom with me. So that's my wish.
You don't wear jealousy well, Daniel. It's not
Hmm.
your favorite wardrobe attire, I must say. And to hear those words means that you hold me in high regard, and I appreciate that. So, cheers to you, my man. Look at this internet woes. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Now I got Daniel full screen. Omar's gone off the screen. Are you
I'm here.
guys
I'm here. I'm
are,
here.
are you guys on AOL dial up? What the fuck is this shit? What is this shit? All
I'm
right.
here. I'm here.
All
Can you
right.
not hear me?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm here,
you're
baby.
back. You're back. All right. All right.
I'm here. I'm
So
here.
Hold on.
so
I think this might be messing up the reception here. Let me bring this into here.
so
Dan,
Daniel,
your hat's about to catch on fire.
as you Skip Bayless style. Daniel, I do want to ask you and put you in the hot seat before we get into either deeper questions here. Have you been watching the videos that I send out, Daniel?
Uh you know what? I had missed the last two.
Last two.
You missed the last two. I think you've actually missed the last like five or six. And the reason I say that is because each of the last six videos, the guest or myself has specifically called you out for a one trick pony. You win it one year, and then you're showing this year showcases your ineptitude to be a good fantasy football league manager. What say you to all that?
I disagree. For half of the season, I was in the running and I made some bad moves, and now I'm towards the bottom. But you know what? I'll be back. It's all good. It's one of those things though. Like you have to be an elite owner to be able to get this trophy and host it in your house all year long. And there's some people that haven't had that opportunity, so it feels good to be in that elite club. Only certain people get to wear that hat.
You know, I agree with you on a couple of statements. Elite. It takes a certain breed to go from hero to zero, and it's only happened twice in our league. Once with a OG commish named Gun, and also with you. So it's interesting. Omar, what do you say about that?
Hold the fuck on here. Hold on. You're fucking 2021. You're 2021 championship here.
But what I
I'm
mean
calling
by
out the COVID
hero
year.
to zero meaning you win it one year and the next year you go to the
I,
basement.
English is my second language. I understand
Oh,
what
I
you
just
meant
want to
by
double
that.
check.
Um, but COVID, you wanted COVID year one time, and that was it. So, asterisk next to your name there, buddy.
Asterix. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know we were doing that. Antonio Brown Asterix bullshit. Omar, go ahead. Go ahead, Omar. The floor is yours.
It's a hard league, especially when we have fucking one bench spot to add players. So I mean, we always have to adapt and we have to come back better. So I think anybody that wins a chip is actually like they've had a good year, they've had it working for them. I think the only time we can actually discredit it is anytime Guns won and Lumen's been in the league because we all know what happened with that. So, but otherwise, like I think it's completely fair to say like, hey, you had a good year, you won. That's what it is. Besides like three or four of Guns championships where he just was trading like maybe I can't even remember like he was trading like the Cardinals fourth running back for like Devonte Adams and we were all just like wow what a good deal Gun good job.
Yeah.
So besides that I think everything else doesn't deserve an asterisk.
So for some of us that don't know about the history of the league, because we've come in a much later, can you elaborate a little bit more on this whole Lumen situation and what that actually means when you say that?
Yeah, Loomis is a great guy, so I'm not bashing him or his character. If anything, it's more of a talk down on Gunn. He would send just dog shit offers. They would be like wide receiver fives or sixes or sevens or eights or nines or tens. And he would send them for like Devonte Adams or who was it? Din like Jordy Nelson, like just crazy talent. So like yeah, like I'm not surprised to see his name on there a few times, but at the same time I've never won, so I can only go so far, you know?
True, true. Daniel, in all due respect, I do mess with you a lot. Going from here to zero, one trick pony. All those things are factual. But the other thing that's also factual is that we're grateful to have you in our league. You've made it a lot of fun. So appreciate you being a part of the Gentlemen's Club, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels good just to, hold on to this for a couple more months. I know it's gonna have a new owner soon, but she's sleeping with me for a couple more months.
Yeah. Did you
What a-
go ahead? Sorry, Omar.
what about me? You just thank Daniel for being in the fucking league, but not me.
Do you need that much validation, Omar?
I'm the fucking Energizer Bunny in the
Yeah.
chat. If I say one thing, it just gets popping. So yeah, I think so.
I was about to talk to Daniel about. Did you hear the latest expectations with Dak Prescott?
Mhm.
It got
The
released this
latest what?
morning. The expectations of
Dan,
his
you're cutting
return.
out now. Are you on that Wi-Fi AOL
Yeah,
bullshit?
you got to preload your card or something. What's going on?
That
I can't hear you.
Dak Prescott's return. Did you see his imminent return? It should be in time for y'all's Super Bowl run. Anyways, going back to Omar. Omar, a lot of shit's been going your way, and we are thankful for you. You are the butt end of a lot of jokes here in our league, but you made a trade recently with your BFF, your girlfriend, your mean girl, your buddy, and you got Tyreek Hill out of the equation and Cooper Cup. You were made fun of, including by myself. Like, what say you about all this? Have you come up on top? And is Kenny on the bottom?
Look at the Kenny's not on the bottom. Kenny has a good team, but look at the fucking numbers. I think the whole point is to score more points, and Cooper the Cup's done that every single week. So, I mean, I'd expect a league full of like people that just take forever to respond and don't understand value to really like bitch about a trade like this. All I can say is look at the numbers. Cooper Cup's still that guy. It was a no-brainer for me. All it takes is one more hit for Tua to have his brain scrambled. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen for Tyreek to just be just completely useless. So yeah, it was a great deal. And you know what? I think if Tyreek has one of those Tyreek games, you've been a Tyreek owner before, Dan, in the playoffs for Kenny, that could make him win. Like that's like a 50-point week.
Yeah.
So it worked out for both of us. Yeah.
Do you think Kenny feels the same way about that? That it worked out for both of
I
y'all?
think s- I think so. Like his team's crazy stacked. Like I don't know about you guys, not to pivot too hard, but Joe Burrow's like probably one of my favorite guys to watch in the league right now. Like every time he's throwing the rock, like it's just a show, and he's just like he wills his team to win, or at least tries to. But I mean, that team is still just so stupid. But having like Joe Burrow and who is it? I think Jalen Hurts and Tyreek, like that's a good squad.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I'm still gonna keep asking and pressing on the question though. You and him, who's top, who's bottom?
Wow.
So in the standings, Kenny's on top. Um,
Got it.
Yeah, and then I'm on the bottom currently. So
Okay. Not what I'm alluding
Mhm.
to, but good way to get out of that. Last discussionary point. So man, we got a few actually. We got a few things going on in our league. The Chiefs showcase that they're very vulnerable. They almost got beat by the Broncos. They did get beat by the Bills, right? They come back and barely win this last week. We got the Jets on a massive decline. Is it Aaron Rodgers' last stint with the Jets? Um, Daniel Jones gets fucking released slash bench slash traded, whatever you want to call. Some movement in the NFC East. Some crazy shit happening, and then the Niners not meeting expectations. Yes, lots of fucking injury woes and a lot of fantasy league managers impacted by this. You got Baker Mayfield just fucking dominating the NFC East, doing some or
He's sick.
NFC South. I'm sorry, doing some sick shit, and just doing the things that he only can do with the Buccaneers. And then you got the Lions, the fucking Lions. Like Dan Campbell makes me want to go run through a wall for him. What do y'all think on the status of our league and potential Super Bowl champions this year? What do y'all think?
I think you were looking the other way, Dan, but I was doing the Danny DeVito, what Baker was doing yesterday, and then the reporter asked him if he was Italian. That was funny shit. I really want the Lions to win. Like, I think they're sick, and like, I just love watching them play. They're fun. Um, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna do it. I think the Lions will win. That's who I'd probably put money on. I think the Eagles are a sleeper, as much as I hate that fan base. Like they're stacked and they look really good. Um, and then I love seeing like the Niners suck, the Rams suck. Seattle still sucks. That was a fluke game. They played their ass off, but
Yeah,
I think the Cardinals are a fun, scrappy team, you know? So it's been a good year so far. I'm excited to see how it ends.
yeah. How about you, Daniel?
I agree. I think now that my Cowboys are calling it a season, um, I'm a Lions fan. I want to see the Lions go all the way. I think the city deserves it. A good coach, good
Mhm.
quarterback, good wide receivers, good everything. Defense. Fuck the Eagles, fuck the Commanders, fuck the Giants. Go Lions.
Wow. You made a statement that's funny. It's typical Cowboys fandom. But the season just recently got declared for you all.
Yeah. Well, it's always our season, So I think we might still have a little chance with a little Cooper Rush in there. Maybe wild card.
No, no, you won't. You
Hey,
won't. You won't.
I don't know. You might have missed the game yesterday, but we played pretty damn good. So
Stop saying we, bro. You're not on the fucking team.
we still got some heart. We're playing good, so there might be a chance. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um, but I'm shooting for Shador in
Shador.
prime time. So 2025 Shador in prime time
You
in
think Mike
Dallas.
McCarthy's gonna get let go at the end of this season? He's done.
Oh,
He's donezo's.
I fucking hope so.
Wow,
Yeah,
interesting,
he's done. Dion would be sick to the Cowboys. That'd be fun.
dude. Being
Um,
reunited in Cowboy Land as prime time, that would be very interesting.
Hmm.
That'd
Yep.
be sick. I already. This is a little pro tip for you guys, but like every year, Amanda's always like during Thanksgiving, she's like, "Well, you're just not gonna like watch football, right?" And this year, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna watch football all day. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna cook a little. We can take the dogs on a walk, and I'm planning that specifically on the Cowboys Giants fucking
Oh
bullshit
my
game
god.
because I do not want to watch that. I'd rather watch the dog show. I'd rather watch the Macy's parade. I'd rather watch anything over that shit. So that's a little pro tip for you
I
guys. If you're
bet
trying to
you.
like
I
earn some brownie points, that's when you do it.
Omar, I bet you
Sorry.
if I live stream my one of my aquariums and talk about my fish, that'd probably get more views than the Cowboys Giants game.
It would be more entertaining for sure. Yeah, that game is not
Oh,
exciting.
I'm
So
so sorry, Daniel. It's just because your fandom always thinks it's your year, and that's probably what gets underneath everyone's skin. And then also the self-appointed America's team. No one ever voted y'all America's team. Y'all just self-anointed that bullshit. Um,
you know what's funny, Dan?
yeah.
Double D, love the guy. He's a Cowboys fan. He's a Lakers fan. He's a Yankees fan. He's a Duke
No,
fan.
no,
So
He is your
just the winning. Oh
prototypical.
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his squad. I'm sure he's. I'm trying to think who won an NHL. I can't even remember. He's that fan too. Yeah. So you just whoever wins, he's a Celtics fan too sometimes.
He might as well
Because they
be
just
on
won.
Cage's
So
corner and be a Las Vegas Knights fan for the NHL. That's probably who he is. Holy fuck. Yes, so
good.
speaking like I have two teams that I root for. Obviously the
Mm.
Broncos and then Cardinals my other home team. They didn't come till late 80s, I think 1988 is when St. Louis moved here. I haven't rooted for them recently because of Kyler. Omar, you know my stance with K1. But
Has that changed this year?
you know what? I seen more dedication and starting to see glimpses of leadership. And then I also see him on the on in New York eating pizza with the
That was
people
cool.
and just chilling. So Omar, I will tell you in front of everybody that's ever watching this show, which is probably two people, because that's all I ever get thumbs up on is two fucking people. Can't even get fucking 11. But
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe please if you like this content. It keeps the channel going. But I would tell you K1's I'm turning the corner of K1. I'm seeing something different. He has some weapons around him. He's making smarter decisions. I think it's the coaching personally, but he's definitely making a step in the right decision. So our
Yeah.
direction. So we'll see. Jury's still out. I'm still a Cardinals fan. I'm down to admit that any day of the week. But interesting to see his change over the last year.
I think when you look around the league, there's not like 10 more like talented people at quarterback than him, you know? So it's like if he just puts it together and like has a couple like good years, like this year's been a great year, I think. A couple mistakes yesterday that cost him, but he's sick. Like I don't think there's any doubt that he's like a top 10, 12 quarterback. And I mean, there's a lot of dog shit quarterbacks in the NFL. So if
Mm.
you have somebody that's like pretty good, you just need to kind of like soften up the edges, like I think it's fine. So I think he's going in the right direction. They
So
just gotta throw Marv the fucking ball
They
too.
do.
Like
I
that
got a
shit's still
question.
crazy
I
to
got
They
a,
me.
do.
I
Yeah,
got a
yeah, yeah.
question here. Do you think he could take the Cardinals to the Super Bowl though? Is he a Super Bowl quarterback?
I defer that to Omar. I can't answer that. Not yet.
I don't think there's. I mean, unless you're like Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, even Lamar, I don't think there's like a really Super Bowl quarterback like type. Like you get hot, you get hot. Like look at Nick Foles. Like if you get hot, you get hot. So I think in the right space and with the right team. But right now, no, not at all.
Yeah. I
But he's
I
not
think
like.
they're
Yeah,
like
go
two
ahead.
seasons from blowing this shit up again.
Okay.
well
I mean, if we want to talk about the Cowboys, I mean, let's talk about the Cowboys. I mean,
so
I mean,
instant
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I agree. We need to get fucking
Okay.
rid of Dak Prescott. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, so
But who are
I
you
hope he's
replacing him
gone.
with? Like, you're gonna go get a rookie? Like, what if
Yeah,
the
we
rookie
need it,
just blows?
dude. We've already fucking saw the Cardinals blow up their team once and rebuild and be better than us. The Eagles are getting better. The Commanders are getting better. Pretty soon, the Giants will draft a quarterback and be better than us. Like we've already lived through that
Giants will
shit.
never be better. Let's be real.
Daniel, I think
Uh,
the issue with the Cowboys was the reliance and belief that Dak Prescott is the future. I'm not saying he isn't, but we didn't surround Dak with the proper. We thought that Zeke Elliott was going to be a great running back to complement Dak this year with the Cowboys.
Nobody thought that this year.
Well,
That fool's old.
the Cowboys did. They brought him back, bro. Who are their running backs?
I think.
Rico
You know what's
Dowdle
crazy?
and fucking Zeke.
For for how much like business like the Cowboys do is like nationally like worldwide recognized. They should have paid for Derrick Henry. That would have been such a dream fit. Like they'd be a playoff team right now. I don't think that's a hot take. Like just one move, but
Yeah.
they're pinching pennies a little bit. It's wild. Kind of reminds me of the Cardinals of old, but it's kind
Yeah.
of crazy to see it from the Cowboys side.
And
So
D, to answer your question, I don't think K1 can really finish the Super Bowl game. Here's my thoughts with quarterbacks. It's a controversial take. I think mobile quarterbacks are great for regular season, getting your dubs. But when we get to playoffs and beyond, accuracy matters. Accuracy and throwing the ball matters because teams end up figuring that out when they get into the playoffs. They'll put the linebacker on spy on you or whatever the case may be. And that's why Lamar right now is struggling a little bit, in my opinion. Like people, they're spying on him, right? Josh Allen is a prime example of accuracy, deep ball threat, and the ability to run. And I don't know if K1 has all of that yet. He has some of it,
Dan,
but not all of that.
can I help you with something real quick? Do you know what QBR stands for?
I do.
Okay. So it's a metric used to evaluate quarterback's performance in a football game, right? Kyler's ranked fourth right now. So you can't get on that list unless you're throwing the ball efficiently, accurately, throwing the ball. It's not a rushing stat, you know? Kyler has the pocket presence. I think this is the best year he's been able to throw it. But the whole thing of like he can't throw the ball like accurately. Like he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, you know?
I hear what you're saying with QBR.
No, I'm just saying stats. I'm just saying stats. Like those don't lie, you know?
Well, the stat that also doesn't lie is when was the last time he won his first playoff round?
Fucking never. We know that. But like,
There you go. Case in point.
Yeah, that's what we've been
I
talking
mean,
about.
play-
Is can he
We're talking
lead
about
Josh
winning.
Allen?
playing it.
We're talking about getting to the Super Bowl, not the highest QBR.
Yeah, let's send the guy to the Canadian Football League because he lost against fucking prime Aaron Donald. Like that's a good idea. Let's get the guy out of the league.
High QBR, Omar, and I don't disagree with your statement, but high QBR doesn't necessarily equivalent to Super Bowl wins.
Sure. I'm just saying he can throw the ball pretty accurately, more than most quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay.
You know.
Point conceded.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Is Bo Nix a mobile quarterback?
Not necessarily. I think that's what differentiates him from other rookie quarterbacks is pocket presence and the ability to accurately throw the ball. Currently, from what I've seen,
He's sick. He's sick, but he's mobile.
He got a little Josh Allen in him. He's kind of a big dude like that. So big arm.
we'll see. First year, even I'm kind of a skeptic. I believe, as I've said before, but still skeptical because I have gone through quarterback projects with the Denver Broncos, aka Paxton Lynch, and we'll leave it alone.
Paxton Lynch.
Fucking Paxton Lynch from Memphis, so fantastic. What a waste of a fucking
You-
Trevor
you know what?
Simeon,
Just-
Brock Osweiler. I mean, we can keep going.
Back in the day, Double D, Paxton Lynch is a perfect name to illustrate somebody that Gunn would have traded for like a top 5 wide receiver. He would have been like, here, Lumen, let me give you Paxton Lynch, right, up and coming quarterback, and you give me Antonio Brown. It's a good deal if you think about it, and the deal would go through, and I would be one of the only people talking about it. So
And-
it's crazy, but it's a good illustration.
And this
Yeah.
bullshit of bringing in vetoing trades by vote with Brian Sopwith, the beard. Brian, I love you, man, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, that's never happening.
Never
Like,
happening. No,
we're adults.
yeah. Daniel, I'm gonna jump to you full screen. Give me your best bet for rookie of the year. Go.
Fuck. I hate to say this, but it got to go Jaden Daniels, right? Bringing the Commanders from 0 last place to being talked about, putting up good numbers, getting some wins, getting some momentum behind them. I hate to say it, but he's that guy. He's pretty good. So I would say Jaden Daniels.
All right. Omar, same question to you. Full screen. Go.
I'd like to think it's Jaden, and I hate to say this because I don't want to like appease you, but I'm just speaking facts. Like Bo Nix is going to be in the running. Like he's sick. The Broncos were dog shit last year, and everybody thought Sean Payton was washed. But like, what's their record, Den? Like they have a pretty damn good record right now. What is
I
it?
want to say we are 7-4, if I'm not mistaken.
That's solid. So yeah, so like it's Jaden, it's Bo. I think it's one of those two, you know, and that would have been crazy to think about at the beginning of the year. So
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe Bo Nix is the future for the Broncos. We'll find out. But on,
I have a question for you, Dan,
Yeah.
real quick.
I'm
The end of
trying.
the draft last year, I know everybody has always called me like the draft prophet. Like that's what people keep calling me. Like people, I'll be walking around the mall and people come up to me and like
Oh my
ask me
God.
for a picture.
Who the fuck asked you
They'll be like,
that?
Yo, it happened 10 times today.
Do
I
you
was
have
walking around like
video
Kierland, and
proof or
people are
anything?
asking. No, I don't take the videos. I'm just walking.
Okay.
But anyway, people call me the draft prophet. So
Interesting.
I think you saw what I did last year, picking up Stroud for like $2, $3. And like, I think I was an inspiration for you doing the same thing for Bo Nix. Can you confirm or deny?
What's your question again? I was just reading the Gunder message that came in through our text message. What's your question?
All right. When I'm talking, focus on me. All
All right.
right. Put the iPad away. So last year, I picked CJ Stroud up for very cheap at the end of the draft, and everybody called it like a crazy move, right? CJ Stroud sucks. His score on the Wonderlic was dog shit. Then he had a great year last year. He's been ass this year. But my question was me drafting Stroud at the end of the draft for like $2, $3 inspiration for you drafting Bo Nix for like $1?
No, you don't give me
Mm,
inspiration on how to draft ever. Not
mm.
any
I
time.
mean,
Not ever. It has never happened.
yeah,
Unequivocally, never has
hmm
happened.
yeah, interesting. That's not what I've been told. Um,
By these
but
random
it's
people,
okay.
by these random people that are approaching you on the mall and stuff.
I I don't fucking know who they are, but yeah, I have time for my fans.
All
So
right.
like if they ask for a
Okay.
picture, like it's the
Okay.
holiday season, I can give back,
Okay.
so it's fine.
Okay, Mister. We're gonna segue the topic here real quick. Um, Daniel Dominguez. If I were to put you on the hot seat, who's winning? Who's losing the Gentlemen's Club this year? What's your hot take on that?
Um, I wouldn't be. I think the thing that would make me the happiest would be Gunn being last, dead last. We talk about football genius, IQ, Gunder being there, but I hope he's just fucking dead last. I hope he keeps on losing. I hope he's stingy with his trades, overvalue his players. Um, yeah, I hope that fucking guy loses. Dead last. Um, but what I want to see is I wouldn't mind seeing Beard. I wouldn't mind seeing Beard win it. Solid ass team. Me and him, sophomore year, me and him came in as rookies last year. So same class. So I wouldn't mind seeing me and him go back to back. So I like the Beard.
All right. All right. All right. Omar, same question to you. Go.
I thought it was insulting that people actually thought that there was a fucking chance I was going to finish in last. There's no fucking chance. I don't care what the standings say. Check them tonight. Check them after. There's no chance I'm finishing last. I'll never finish in last again. I think just I don't know if something's going on or anything, but like I just think the fact that Jeremy's been so quiet this year, non-responsive to a lot, I think he has to finish in last. I think there's like a fantasy football gods like, and I think that they don't like when there's a lack of participation. So I'd say him. Um, I'd say him. I think it has to be him. And I like Jeremy. I just think he's gonna finish in last.
You know, I
Um,
like Jeremy too, but it's interesting the dynamic, and I think you're right. I think the gods are just gonna align that shit. Who's gonna win, man?
I think so. This hurts me to say because we've had our squabbles a couple times this year, but I think it's even money for me. Like at the top of the list, if you went on DraftKings and you saw in the Gentleman's Club, who can I bet on, right? I think it's Cage or Kenny. I think it's one of the two Ks. Their
That's
teams
still
are
riding Kenny. Oh shit.
Fucking shit, dude. He
God
loves
damn.
himself
dude.
some Kenny.
Okay,
That guy's gotta have a
okay, Dan.
fucking like
Okay,
New
listen,
York Giants
Yeah.
thick something, if you know what I mean.
God damn.
God damn.
listen to this. Listen to me for 1 second. If you guys don't, and I hate that I have to be forced in this position to defend my pick. Like Dan made his pick, and that was it, right? That was the end of it. When I make my pick, I have to fucking get chastised for it. I think with Kenny's team, right? If you guys don't think he can win, then bet against me. Like I'll bet you real money that I think Kenny can win the league. Like look at his team. I don't want him to win because he won't shut the fuck up. I really don't want him to win. But his team is good, and Cage on the same thing when he switched over his profile picture to the LA Dodgers, like shit, like oh my god, I was like, this guy can't be serious. But I mean, his team is good, and he has Derrick Henry going off. I would really, really hate Brian to win. I think, I think he lucked into Saquon Barkley, and that dude's just going crazy right now. But I still
Yeah.
like Brian, but I think it's Cage or Kenny this year.
I think I think it's tough to fucking beat the beard right now. I think that the weapons that he has, the amount of points he's putting up on average, unless something crazy happens to his team, like There's just not a weak spot, and I think that's the prediction. The want though is different. The want, I want Cage.
Who do you want
I
to
want
win?
Cage to win. I want fucking Cage Peterson to take it home downtown to Chinatown, and he deserves it. He's been in the league for a while. He's had some tough bad beats. He's even held the fucking Dirty Sanchez 1 year. He's
Dirty
gone
John,
through it
yeah.
all, and he deserves it, man. And he's always come in like so close and just fucking boop 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 doesn't win. Are you having Down syndrome moment, Daniel? What's going on with you,
You
dude?
swinging on his nuts, just like
Oh,
Omar
I
was
see.
swinging on Kenny's nuts.
I see. I see.
Just pick
Well,
somebody,
Cage-
dude. You don't gotta pick the same guy
Cage-
over and over every week.
Cage
You pick him.
knows how much I hate him. He knows that. There's no swinging on dicks, and he'll defend that. In fact, I'll have him on next week to defend this whole situation, Daniel, and we'll see what happens.
All he's gonna defend is you. You guys defend each other.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I know I was talking a little shit to Beard, and we'll get into the matchups. Having Lamar, Saquon, Lad McConkey, like George Kittle, what's his name? Drake London. Like, his team is stacked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, he did a really, really good job. Like, his team is sick, but
Did he
I
make
don't
a
know.
trade? Did he make a trade this season? I don't even know. I
The
don't
Beard?
remember if he made
I
a
don't-
trade.
I think he actually. I remember hearing this from somebody. I think he worked with the developers to deactivate the trading function on his app. I can't confirm that, but I feel like
You're talking about the
it
Beard?
doesn't work
And
for
he-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He flat out said, "My team's good enough. I don't need to trade," which
Yeah,
makes sense.
No trades.
Don't-
He has all his fab money still. I think he only spent a little bit.
That carries over, right?
He actually is down to
Okay, just checking.
$37. The highest fab is Jeremy Ellsbury with 100. The ghost. He has all
See-
all 100 of his fab.
See, if I get fucking last, it won't happen. And Jeremy has $100 in Fab. I think I should have to like jump off the Empire State Building or something. Like, that would be a travesty. Like, $100 in Fab.
That's what I'm seeing on the app. Yeah.
Can I say something that made me laugh today? I love that, and then I'll try to wind it down a little. I love that Mikey T today. It's quiet. It's the last day you can make a trade. He's fucking posting players that are on the trade block. Nobody's fucking trading with you Monday at 3 p.m., dog. You've had all year for this shit.
You know what's the shittiest part? The most annoying thing about our league? People put shit on the trading block, but they're not really serious about ever trading. Ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think if I went down the list, right? Here I go again. I went down the list of people who are actually down to trade. Cage is down to trade.
Wait. Hold on.
Kenny,
Hold
if
on.
it's-
I got a better question. Who's the hardest to trade
Okay.
with? Who's the least likely to trade with?
Damn, that's a good question. Jeremy, probably because he doesn't answer. Beard, because he
Doesn't need
thinks
to.
players are overvalued and undervalued, whatever. I would say maybe Gunn. Like, Gunn and I used to get like one big massive trade done a year, and like now he's just like, you know what? No, I can't trade him, and his record's like fucking 2-35. Like, I don't know why he holds on to everybody, but he's pretty tough to deal with.
My vote,
about you? What do you think?
My vote, shout out to Gunn. He made a trade last year for me that helped me win it with Mostert. But I would say Billy. Billy is the shystiest fucking guy on this league. Overvalues his players, puts people on the trade block, never wants to fucking trade, and then he just talks shit. That's the dude that I say is the hardest to trade with.
Bill has a soft spot for a lot of his guys. There's no question that I was annoyed at him a week ago, because exactly that. Like, we had a deal in place, but you know what? Stuff happens, and I think talking with Bill today, Bill and I today almost made a deal, like a last second deal. We were talking about it. I think I finally cracked the trade conversation flow with Bill. We'll see if that takes place next year. So,
Where did you guys
I don't
go?
know.
Like, you guys went to like Sizzlers and talked, or what?
Sizzler. we hit Nobu for happy hour, and we had a really good
Nobu? I don't
discussion,
think
so-
Bill even knows what the fuck Nobu is, bro. Jesus
That's
Christ.
funny.
So
What about you, Den? Who's the hardest to deal with?
the hardest to deal with, I'd probably say it's a toss up between. Um, I don't hit Brian up a lot for trading, but
Mm.
I know in the past like it's just met with like stone walls. So he's pretty tough, but it's a toss up for me between Gun and the Pirate
Mm.
because of overvalue, which I am also guilty of. I think we're all are, but those would be the toughest to trade with and broker a deal with in my opinion. So I agree with you all on that. It's just not easy,
Mm.
but sometimes like Bill's defense, like it happens to me. I get fucking emotionally attached to some people, the people that you draft. I know that you're trying to win, but like unless it's like a in my favor deal, you're probably never gonna see me release Bo Nix. It just wouldn't have
Mm.
happened, right?
If you weren't so emotionally attached to Sam Laporta, you might be in the playoffs because I would have thrown the bag at him. But that's
Well,
maybe we'll talk
And,
about that a
we
and
did
see
different
that,
time.
though.
and see that's the thing. You got to take you got to take risk in order to try to win a chip. Like you got to just trade your best player off to try to get more people on your team to put up more points. Like you gotta risk it.
Can you say that again? How you said it? I'm taking notes for next year.
Well,
I have my pen and
I think
paper.
it's true if you win a chip to prove that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
So like,
Oh shit. Let me hold on.
oh,
Yeah.
shut
No,
the
I
fuck
agree.
up, get
I
the
agree.
fuck out of here.
I agree.
I'm excited for the new champion to hoist that shit to get it out of your fucking nasty ass cowboy hands. Um, let's go over briefly some matchups and then we'll ask some more questions and wrap up here.
Yeah.
Median win this week was 123.47 or higher. Fuck you, Disley. You finally give it to me, but not enough. Just enough to get a median win. I get a median win. I lose to Kenny. 127.96, your BFF there, Omar. I get to 123.78. He takes me halfway down to Chinatown. He gets the true win, and he gets the median win. I get the median win there. You got another Gunder appearance. What do y'all think about the Gunder appearance? The Ghost 92.64. He gets the double loss. He will deprove to 6-18. Holy fuck, 6 and
You know
18.
what's funny about that? When I played Jeremy, I was like a 65% probability chance, and I'm not a victim, right? Sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin. That motherfucker scored 135 points on my forehead, and I lost. And it made me want to like,
He just
I couldn't believe
mushroom
what I was
stamped you
seeing.
on your forehead.
Yeah, he beat my
Yeah,
ass too this season, so I can't say
Damn.
shit.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, his team is god awful, and I think we've known that. I mean, yeah, it's not good.
Well, congratulations to the Gunder and Anthony. Not that he had like the best outing, only scored 116 points this last week. Barely had any buy issues. Just his team did not perform, showing some kinks in the armor there. So we'll see what happens there. What are your thoughts on this blowout? Fucking Beard league high this week. That's the scary part again. League high again. 175, we'll call it, to Billy P's 117. Y'all see that?
I'm telling you,
I
man.
mean,
Beard got that team, man. It's gonna be tough.
those years with Saquon that I'll tell my kids about.
Then that fucking that dude is on fire right now. He broke, what records did he break this weekend? Holy fuck.
All of them.
All of them? All right. All right.
Don't know. Don't give a fuck.
Well, obviously, there's other things you don't give a fuck about, which is fantasy football, because you also lost to Mikey Mai Tai T 147. You barely broke 100 this week, Daniel. What say you to that, man?
Fuck.
Mikey T whips on your ass.
I'm pissed. That was my last chance. I'm done. Done for the season. Just wrapping it up, dude. Just spending my last moments with Opie, man. I'm done.
All right. Well,
So
at
I'm
least you
pissed.
took it like a man.
Dan, you should brand it with Jerry Jones's face on the back of the football.
Holy
hmm
fuck, that's what we're gonna do. Put Emperor Palpatine on the back of that shit. Love it.
Palpatine.
Um, Cage dominates Zach Ertz fan club, who is currently at 500. Um, Unbelievable. Most engaged Wyckoff ever, showing up right at the 500 club. Congrats to Cage. What do y'all think about this matchup?
Just speaking like of a manager, I don't think there's somebody that I hate more throughout the season, but every time I see him in person, I love him so much, and that's Wyckoff. Whenever I see him or we golf or anything, we have a great time. But like I said at the top of this, like trying to deal with him and like the back and forth is crazy. But I mean, if sixth place is his ceiling, then he's reached it. He's having a great year. So I mean, good for him. Like I said, I already said Cage's team is good. Cage is a joy to deal with. Him and I are strictly business. This is who I want. This is who I want, and the deal's done. There's no bullshit. So yeah, like I think Cage is gonna be in there in the long run and might win it. So we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cage got a good squad. Um, I sent a trade to M Dog, and he shut it down really quick. So yeah, I agree. That might be his ceiling.
Wow. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to give you the floor here, Omar, because you deserve the ability to talk about the last matchup that we're going to go through. What are your thoughts on your win this last week?
It's to be expected. Guns team is dog shit. I mean, injuries aside, injuries like whatever. Like we've all had injuries. Like Guns team is dog shit. He always thinks he can draft better than everybody and then spend 75 on one guy. Like I'm not shocked. You put me in a corner, right? Me versus a bear. Pray for the bear. I think I said that before Kobe did. R.I.P. But yeah, like I'm not surprised at all. I'm not gonna finish in last. My team scored a lot of points. You can confirm that, Din, on the standings. And it was just a very fluky, injury-filled year, and I'll be back better than ever and yappier than ever next year. So I'm not surprised.
What I can confirm for you, Omar, was that you put that spanking down. The stats show 143.56 to 112.48. What a
Yeah.
great win for you, man. You get the double. You're gonna go to and improve to 7-17. He drops to 6-18. Deepest sleeper goes to 6-18. And if my calculations are correct, that puts
hmm
the gun in last place because of points four.
Yeah. And I think this is true. Next week is the last week that doesn't involve because week 14 is 6 and 7, right?
Yep.
So here's how it looks real quick. I'm playing Wyckoff. I'll make it tough. I'll at least get the median. Gun's playing Cage. He's going to get smoked. And Kenny's playing Jeremy. Jeremy's going to get smoked. So like it's going to come down to like points or matchup or something because yeah, I won't be in it. So I'll be watching from the sidelines and hoping that one of them like they'll just have to deal
Well,
with it and own it.
Daniel, looking ahead, I'm gonna give you this. In week 13, some heavy hitters play the dog shit teams. Cage plays Justin Gunn. Kenny plays the Ghost. If it plays out like the gods will it to, this puts Gunn in last place again. Again. What do you think about
I
that, Daniel?
I fucking hope so. I hope it happens. Uh, I wish him nothing but the worst. Um, yeah, I freaking forgot what did we say that last place does? They take the SAT and then they pay. I don't know what the fuck what do they do again? They
D-
pay.
I think they pay every league manager $350. It was
Yeah,
widely discussed,
yeah.
but
no, that's
I don't
not
know.
it.
I hope he
Holy
does
fuck.
all that shit.
So I don't know. The wishful thinking that you have on Justin Gunn, it's almost as if someone's talking about injuries in the chat. It's that bad. Is that okay to say, Daniel?
No, that's never okay to say. Please don't talk about injuries in the chat.
Okay. Interesting. All right. All right. All right. All right. But we're okay wishing someone to go in last place as a fantasy league manager, doing the punishment, um, being in the basement again.
Yeah, fuck gun.
Fuck God, got it. Okay, just want to double check. So, oh my gosh, next week I play Anthony. Um, you're gonna lose Daniel to the beard. Uh,
Oh fuck,
Omar,
I got the beard
oh
next.
yeah, you're
God
playing the
damn.
beard. Do you even not look at the schedule, bro? Omar, you play Michael Wyckoff, which would be a 50-50 matchup looking at just sheer numbers right now. We talked about the gun playing Cage. Captain Billy P plays Mai Tai Mikey T that has playoff implications written all over it. The same thing with my matchup against Ant. And then Fat Patricia plays the Ghost. How interesting. Week 13 is shaping up to be a stressful week for a lot of managers, especially Justin Gunn. Especially Justin Gunn. All
I
right.
can't wait for him to send the $350 for winning or losing last
Wow.
place. So,
Wow,
or winning
we're,
last
we're
place.
gonna
Sorry.
go there. All right, I didn't know it was that much, but all right. So, final thoughts, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all being on the show, bantering, talking about the NFL, talking about our league. Daniel, you got about like 60 seconds. What say you, my man?
Buck, feels good to be on the show back again. Not the results I wanted. Last time I was here, I was league champ. Now I'm going out, not even making the playoffs. So, but fuck myself. Um, but it's all good. I'll be back next year. I feel good, and I'll be waiting to give this away.
And Daniel, word of a wise before we get to Omar and giving him the floor. There's only 3 people in this league that are allowed to make videos and post them and be taken serious. Because you posted your video, that's why you're losing this year. Those 3 people, Cage, Mai Tai, and then the show. So just letting you know that up front. That's why karma came back and bit you in the ass. Omar, what say you, my man? Oh, stupid.
Damn, they got it like that with you. That's sick. Nice. I don't have a sponsor. I need to do more of these. I think this was a very fluky year for me, and I'll be back better than ever. And I don't give a fuck who wins because it's not me. So, but I love being on with you guys, and I appreciate it. I hope you have a very good Thanksgiving and holidays. So,
Awesome. Well, Daniel, Omar, I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy time with the fam. To the Gentlemen's Club, in all sincerity and banter set aside, happy Thanksgiving, boys. Enjoy time with your family and friends or whoever you decide to spend it with. Time is short. Make sure you make it count. Other than that, this is your OG Commish. Peace out. Pucker up, Buttercup, for week 13 because some ass is going to be lit, and it ain't Kenny or Omar. Let's see what happens.